I just did a whole long rant, and because I don't edit my videos, I have to redo the video. That's all right. Basically, I was talking about I'm officially in that advantage mode crap on Uber, because I see standard now. When you toggle to get started, you see standard mode. Now, I've been talking about this a lot lately, but Uber and Lyft, lately Lyft's been actually paying me double. Granted, it's bells and whistles. You know how they do. You know, you got to be in the 20% in bonus zone, bonus time, you know. But Lyft is paying me double what Uber is. So that's been helping me hit my quota for the day. My quota is usually about, I'm a part-time driver. I'm going to start saying that in every video, whether it offends somebody or not. Part-time, not full-time. But my goal as a part-time driver is usually about 130 to 150 a day. And I try to do that within 6 hours at the most. Sometimes I do it a lot quicker. Sometimes I'll do it in 4 to 5. But lately I've been doing it. I've been doing it thanks to Lyft. And the funny part about that is, I did my own private survey. I asked like 20 people, 20 passengers. And they all said Uber, because they'll comparison shop, Uber's charging them double what Lyft is. For example, one person told me that for a short ride, they got charged only about $10 on Lyft. Uber was trying to charge them almost $20 for the same short ride. So that tells you that Uber's getting crazy right now. I don't know what's going on, but they're charging way too much money. And I think it's due to greed, basically. There's no other way to explain it except greed. And Lyft, being a smaller company, is trying to stay competitive by keeping the prices somewhat affordable. They're still scammers, don't get me wrong, because I catch them out and some other stuff. But at least I can say Lyft is paying me slightly better. You know, I'm getting paid, for example, like a ride, a short ride, Lyft will give me almost half, or sometimes more than half of what they took from the customer. And the reason why I know is because I ask. I literally will sit here and ask people. And Uber will charge somebody $20 and offer, at least me, I'm not gonna say it's every driver, because we know with this dynamic pricing, they offer different drivers different amounts. So I can't confirm if it's other drivers they're doing this to or if it's just me, because I'm in standard mode. I think we're actually in standard mode all along, but they made it official today in my area, because I see standard on there. But I think for the past couple weeks, I was on standard mode because the offers were trash on Uber. Complete like trash, more than normal. And so they'll charge the passenger $20 and give me $5. That's been happening. It'll be like rides, 15-minute pickup, another 20 minutes to go drop them off, and they'll offer me like $8. You know, and because we have the area filter on Lyft won't offer me those long pickup times because of the area filter. If it wasn't for that area filter, best believe Lyft would offer stuff crazy too. But we have that one advantage with that area filter. So that's a plus in my eyes on the Lyft side. I definitely like Lyft better right now. way better. And I know Lyft does offer me less opportunities. Uber's gonna bombard you with opportunities, but they're all trash. They're all trash. What good is getting offered a million opportunities and they're all trash? Where literally my acceptance rate is probably high. It's probably like 80% on the Lyft side. On Uber, my acceptance rate is probably, I think it's back up to 10 actually lately. It was like 5%. I think it's back up to 10 because I did take some rides yesterday. But on average, as a part-time driver, lately, I'll make $20 to $30 at the most on Uber and Lyft. I've been averaging $120 to $130. So that tells you in the same day, only 30 on Uber, 130 on Lyft. So that tells you how much more I'm making with Lyft. And that's not going to be the case in all of Connecticut. Connecticut, we're not the biggest, we're a smaller state, but there's a lot of diversity. And I'm guessing the closer you get to New York, like where I'm originally from, Norwalk, I think they may pay better. I doubt it. But now with this new standard advantage crap, where if you're a standard, you're like the bottom of the barrel, which is like 80% of drivers. You know, maybe more. Maybe like 90% of drivers are going to be in standard mode because we cherry pick. If you're a worker bee and you take everything, you're going to eventually get to advantage mode. And then they'll offer you slightly better rides, I'm guessing. I don't think the pay is going to get better, but I think the rides might get better. You know, the pay might get slightly better, I'm guessing. I don't know nobody that's going to be in this advantage mode thing because everybody I know cherry picks. Maybe not as much as me, but they all cherry pick. So I can't imagine anybody. And I noticed because of the area filter, I don't have to cherry pick as much on Lyft. I'm telling you. I would say probably if they send me 5 trips, I'm taking 4. That's how good the area filter helps me on Lyft. Uber, they'll send me 10 offers. 10. I'll probably only take 1 out of that 10. That is extremely bad. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. So for Uber to do this standard mode crap, for the possibility for us to be in a lower tier, like how can you pay us any less is what I'm getting at. Like the standard modes, we're supposed to get the trash offers. How can it get any worse? Is what I guess I'm trying to get at. When it's already so bad. It's already so bad. I'll be honest, I don't think it could get any worse on these offers, even in standard mode, from what I've been already getting offered. So either I was in standard mode all along and they're just officially putting it on the app where you can see it, or I don't know. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you drivers think. Because the offers are getting really worse than normal. And Lyft, they're actually getting better. I can honestly say they're getting better. But Lyft I've caught Lyft not once, but twice last week stealing from me. Little amounts, like $2-3 here and there. I only caught them twice. They've probably done it more. So granted, they're bombarding me with like bonuses and I'm in the 20% and I get an extra $20. But it seems like every time I get a tip, they'll try to siphon a couple bucks from me from somewhere else if they see me get a big tip. Because I get more tips lately on Lyft. Lately. I don't know what's going on. The only offers I will take on Uber if I see like one of my regulars. Because in the video I deleted, I was talking about, I have this guy, Mike. White guy. We get along great. The only thing we don't talk about is politics. Because politics, not because of Uber rules, politics can ruin a friendship. It can ruin a friendship. It really can. You know, especially when you voted for the other guy that the other person didn't. But we don't talk about politics, but we talk about each other's families. And I really got to like this guy. And I only get this guy on Uber because right now he's doing well for himself, him and his wife, but his wife has the car. He doesn't want to buy a second car yet. And Uber will literally, it's a short ride from New Britain to Plainville. Uber, he told me they'll charge him like $10 to $12, but they only offer me the minimum. I think the base fare, three and some change, $3.95, I think it is, which is ridiculous. But Mike, without fail, and I'm not saying passengers should have to do this, but without fail, Mike gives me a $5 tip. And thank God Uber actually gives it to me without scamming me. Always. Every single time. That's the only reason why I accept that ride at that low fare. So you see, that's less than 50%. Meanwhile, passengers, I think I asked somebody just the other day what they paid, and Uber don't want you to do this. I probably would be deactivated if somebody reported that I do this. I asked somebody what they paid on a Lyft ride, and I think it was like $10, $11, and Lyft actually gave me $8. It's more than 50%. And it's been happening more often, but I was in a bonus area. I think I was at bonus time, that 20% crap. There was a lot of bells and whistles in that. But I don't care how they do it. I'm getting paid more on Lyft. More often. So between the two apps, I'm cherry picking like 90% of the time on Uber. I don't have to cherry pick as much because of the area filter on Lyft. And I can somewhat, and I want to say somewhat, predict what my pay is going to be as a part-time driver. And I'll be honest, when it's slow time, I could barely make this amount doing 7-8 hours. But lately, because of Lyft paying me slightly better, I'm getting closer to, like Thursday, for example, I did $150 on the apps, $20 on Uber, the rest was Lyft. And I did like 2 cash rides. So I made $170 that day. And when I say cash rides, they are under the table. I'm not private yet. I'm working on it. And then Friday, I did almost the same thing. It was like 160 something on the apps. And then I did another cash ride and I made like $10. So I'm doing, I can almost predict my income daily now, thanks to the area filter and thanks to Lyft finally paying me reasonably. Thank God. And somebody said it's kind of insulting to drivers when I say I'm part-time, but I don't see how, because it's insinuating that the driver pay is not bad. I always talk about the driver pay in the same video. The driver pay is still bad. and Lyft and Uber both scam. So you got to kind of work these apps because they are scammers. But at least, like I say, I can predict my income a little bit better thanks to Lyft paying me slightly better. Thank God. You know, on a personal note, if you guys are familiar with Connecticut, I'm in Waterbury, Connecticut. We call it Dirty Waters. I'm not out here often, so it's not like you're gonna run into me out here. But my stepdaughter, I call her my stepdaughter. She's not my biological daughter, but I spent a lot of time with her mom when she was growing up. She's my daughter, my biological daughter, little sister, and she has a little family. I'm picking her up and taking her to my daughter's house, who's in Oxford right now, but she's moving again to Danbury soon. And my daughter just had a newborn, her second child, so I'm a grandfather for a second time. And I'm taking my stepdaughter to her house. We'll probably get something to eat. I'm trying to be on a diet, not eat fast food, but it's hard when you know pizza's cheap and everybody wants to eat. But that's what I'm doing today. My daughter, we call Danbury Damn Scary. My daughter's going to be moving to Damn Scary soon. But that's what I'm doing today. And I want to thank you guys for listening to me rant real quick. But this is my life. I'm not trying to disrespect any. I'm a nice guy driver. I'm not trying to disrespect any drivers. But I am just part-time. And I'm still managing to do lately. Not going to say it's all year. But lately I'm averaging about $40 an hour. Now I know before anybody says it, it's not actually $40. You got to do deduction. If you deduct $20, you could probably deduct $20 out of that for expenses. I get it. I really do. I get it. Because it's not actually $40 if you deduct gas and expenses. But I have a car that's good on gas, so it's not that bad. I only put in like $10 a day on gas, so I'm pretty good on gas. I really am. But I want to end the video here. I just want to tell you guys, if you want to support the channel, I will leave my information below. If you want to donate some money to help me survive and get my private business going, I'll leave some information below this video, because I believe people want to help. People want to see people succeed. We all want to succeed, and people want to see other people succeed. And you gotta have a strategy, and you gotta have a plan B. Plan B is simple. You're gonna have to, in the future, plan to get out of rideshare, because we only have 5 more years, guys. And I'm not just going on what Elon said. We really only got 5 more years. According to Dara, Waymo, we got about 5 more years of physical rideshare drivers, and that's it. All right, guys. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time.